to sharing it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Ashley Janae. My background looks different this week because I'm recording from home. Me and my whole family are sick, so I didn't want to skip out another week. Last week was my birthday, so of course I took a break from that. But thank you for tuning in to Club Rich. And actually, we're doing something different this week. We are doing a Q&A episode, and me and Mickey gonna sit around and chat it up a little bit. I was able to get a few questions before we tuned in, but any questions that you guys want answered, please feel free to put it in the chat and let's get it started. So, I got quite a few questions that's on the board. Let me pick one random one. Who do you look up to in media? Period. Hmm. Okay, so I got a couple people that I look up to in the media world. The answer is kind of weird because most people wouldn't name this person, but one person that I do look up to is Wendy Williams. Anybody that has any kind of background in journalism, media, anything like that knows that she's been around for a very, very, very long time. Actually, she got her big break in the early '80s, but she didn't get huge until '90s, mid '90s, whatever like that. But of course, she's a little bit on the messy side. But sometimes you got to bring that gossip flair to media too, to not always make everything so stuffy. So um, Wendy Williams is one, and then of course the greats like Oprah, Barbara Walters, people like that. So next question. Let's see. Please don't die on me. What are your thoughts on the dating pool in Flint? First of all, hold on. Let me go back. Mickey.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything you want to add to that question?
With the dating pool in Flint.
Nah, any people that you look up to in media?
You know what? To be honest with you,
Hmm.
I like to. To be truly honest with you, in media, far as the media game, I like more of the podcasters because it's like with corporate media, they you only can say so much. It seems like they be handcuffed, and it seems like they give you the side that they want you to, you know what I'm saying, get
What they
like
say,
fires.
politically correct side.
Yeah, cause just think about like right now we got a bunch of stuff going on with Deion Sanders leaving HBCU. We got the corporate side, and then we got the media. I mean, fires the independent side. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the corporate media, they like he did a good thing, but then when you get to the, as I say, the grassroots media, you start to get, you know what I'm saying, you get more of what's going on
Okay, okay,
instead of just what they tell you to do.
okay. Let's see. I am gonna get
What they tell
your opinion about the dating pool in Flint. I don't know what made them ask me this, but yeah, what are your thoughts on the dating pool in Flint? I'll let you go first.
You know what? I don't know. I guess it is what it is. For the people who need somebody, it's rough.
But you've been off the game for a little bit, so
Yeah,
you
I
ain't have
don't know.
to be bothered. I'd rather
Yeah.
be in your position than I am in mine. Um, what are my thoughts? You know what it is, and this is the sad truth. Um, both sides, in my personal opinion, men and women both have the same thing going, where it's like I've been done wrong in the last situation.
Yeah.
Whoever comes into my realm, they have to have this going on, this, that, and the other. If you got the person that's really, really guarded, or you have the person that's just like doing any and everything to people because they don't trust anybody. So the dating pool, in my opinion, is messed up because nobody trusts anybody anymore.
But okay. Let me answer this question then. As far as the dating, what's in there? what is people really getting together for? Because it's what are you getting together for? It's either you getting with is you getting with somebody because you got to look at it there, and it's kind of strange. It's not strange, but it's just to take this narrative at it. Is you getting with somebody that you just want to have fun with, or is you getting somebody you can build with? You damn near have to look at it like a corporation when you trying to build something, because you got to look at, say you got something going on and this person don't, they can probably bring you down. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's like you got to look at it on a business. What's the name? Like everybody want the 10. You might have to go get you a 5. She might got more going on upstairs than, you know what I'm saying, than somebody who wants you just to wine and dine them, spend money on them. It's a lot. Depends on what you're going for.
You know what I've noticed? And this
Oh,
is just me, my personal life. Um, I talk to someone and then I tell them exactly what I want, and you can instantly tell that everything that I'm putting on the table requires some kind of structure, not just playing around for a period of time, all that kind of stuff.
mm,
And then once I go ahead and tell them, like, I'm starting to get older, so I don't really want to do all the stuff that I probably would have did in my 20s. I have kids and all that kind of stuff, so
yeah,
it's a different ball game when you get older and you don't really want to indulge in just nonsense. And so I think for the women and men too that have certain standards, or have, it don't even have to be standards, it's just something that you want for yourself.
right,
And if you spent time sacrificing what you want over the years, compromising just about everything, when you finally find somebody, you do want to put a stamp on certain things, and a lot of people can't handle that. So
right,
people do want to just have someone for fun, and I'm pretty sure it's people out there that that's what they want too. So
yeah,
find somebody that I guess meets that, and stop getting with people and trying to change their mind about everything. Like if you have to get with somebody and have to reprogram them, that's not the person for you. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like get with somebody that has the same things that you want. If you don't like paying for dates, find somebody that is, okay with that. Don't get with somebody and say, "Hey, I don't like the fact that you want me to pay for us to go somewhere and this, that, and just doing all kind of crazy stuff."
right. I'm with you.
Oh, y'all got spam popping up on here.
I see. I'm finna go to YouTube and deal with it.
Anyways, let me see. Next question on the board. Oh Lord, it's messy. What is your opinions on the DJ scene in Flint? I think
uh,
it's nice. Go ahead.
no, the DJ saying, I think I love when this time there's something positive going on.
I think back to what Nate was saying the other week. If it's something that you really like, it shows. If it's something that you're just doing because you want to see everybody else doing it, it shows also. So my thoughts on things like that is, get into something that you like, that you really, really like. Don't do it because it's something that you can get out of it. I've been recently at an event, and you could tell the person that was DJing really wasn't into it like that. The music quality of music that was being played was horrible. Uh,
Right,
and the setup was horrible. Like DJs, any DJs that's tuning in, they will tell you firsthand that they have to spend money, a lot of money, on getting equipment to even help sustain like a good flow, all kind of stuff. So
hmm,
yeah, the DJ scene is kind of like how everything else is. Once somebody catch on to something, everybody wants to do it. Everybody's not passionate about it, but when it comes to stuff like that, it weeds itself out.
oh, okay. As they say, cream rises to the top. So
Yeah.
basically, saying it's like a fad. People to see what you're doing, then when they see, okay, just for example, say they see you making money or you getting booked, then other people will try to jump in it because they see what you doing for yeah.
So that's basically how it is. Let me see. I got a few more questions. No questions in the chat yet.
Not yet, not yet.
I
I'm
think we
trying
early.
to figure out how this spam got in here because I'm on YouTube. It ain't on the YouTube channel.
Did
Trying
you put it on Facebook yet?
Yeah, we're on Facebook. I just been trying to find what a question that if I can delete that sucker.
I'm coughing like crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. So, I like my statistics. So I got me a physical health statistic of the day.
Let's go. Let's get to it.
7 out of 10 Americans invest in their physical health and will spend up to an average of $827 annually, more on equipment and exercise gear and all that stuff. Only if they know that they will get positive results. So basically, if if you spend $800, but you're gonna really work out and all that kind of stuff, only 7 out of 10 people are willing to invest in themselves. Whether it's a gym membership, uh, a trainer, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Actually, I thought that was way higher than I thought it would be, because not so many people like to work out nowadays. It's the BBL uh, epidemic now. So
It's the
if people can,
BBL. What's the BBL epidemic? Explain that to me.
that's the Brazilian butt lift. You can find somebody to do that for you for a few grand, and you come back and your whole body is totally different.
I get. I mean, like I wouldn't do it. Like for me, but they don't want to work out in the gym. I mean, I get it. See, I get it. What it is with the gym, as far as what you saying, people when they buying this equipment spending $800 because what they think it is, they think soon as you get the equipment, they don't understand. And I'm not knocking nobody because I got weight on me, but it's like people forget it took years to get out of shape, and then they be thinking they finna get this like in 2 months. I'm gonna do this. No, it go much. It's so much in the working out. It's just not you exercising, but you got to start eating different. That's what really, you can exercise, run 4 and 5 miles a day. If you still eating bad,
That ain't gonna help.
you know.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like I said, I didn't think that many people worked out, but Planet Fitness always be packed. So let's see. Next question. How did I get into podcasting? How did I get in podcasting?
How did you get into it?
I had okay, I'll tell you exactly what it is. I got some friends um in the Carolinas that got some ties to some higher ups and all that kind of stuff. And so one of them told me one day, like, you should get into podcasting. You like journalism and stuff like that. And, you like to talk. You love to talk. So, get into something that you love, which is podcasting. And that was some years back. That was before the big boom where everybody wants to podcast now.
Right.
So I started on Facebook Live. I did the Anchor app for close to a year, and I liked it. Um, like I said, it's kind of getting oversaturated because not everybody's not into it like that. It's just something to do now.
Right.
So when you approached me with the whole network idea, I'm like, yeah, I can get with that. I think it's a little more structured, a lot more viewers, a lot of more eyes placed on me. So I like that. More opportunities too.
Oh, no
Uh,
doubt.
how about you?
Oh, how about me? What made me want to get in it? Just looking at the news. I mean, it's like some people might call me what they call conspiracy theorist or whatever. Or I you know what I'm saying? I was really the Flint water crisis. I was watching. I gotta give a shout out to Jimmy Doherty, his podcast. I was watching, and I was seeing when he had Jordan Sheraton on there, the guy that came here, the reporter from Status Quo. The Doctor
Oh,
Weaver he had interviewed Dr. Weaver, and I
yeah.
think I want to say it was like, was it 16, 17, or 18? It was one of them.
Had to be like 2016.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it was one of them. I seen him. I seen him. They was on there talking. I'm like, I'm looking at, how they had the regular news, Mid Michigan, Channel 5 and 25. And I'm like, damn. I'm saying him talking, then he actually going to see the people, and it's like they wasn't reporting what was going on, and I was like, wow. And that's what made me. I started looking at more podcasts. I was watching Warren Ballantyne's, watching him, on the radio, listening to him on the radio, and I was like, this is the stuff that we needed. Like, who telling the story on Flint, how the people getting dead wrong. You had outsiders. It was more outsiders that was bringing awareness what's going on. And I just seen the lane like, man, let me get in this, because I didn't see nobody doing this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it. I'm not gonna say if they was. I don't know. I wasn't checking for them to see if they was doing anything. I just seen the lane and like, why not tell our own stories? Like, I was just watching other podcasts and stuff that other people was doing. Like, it was a lane open up for this, for media.
Okay.
And I just ain't want it to be like all is just media. That's why reached out to you, because you had a different perspective than you know what I'm saying. With your age, or you able to bring that crowd in.
Okay. So I got one more question. No, I got two.
Come on with it.
What's next for Club Rich? I would just say what's next for the whole podcast period. Seems like right now we still trying to build. We talk about it all the time. Trying to build onto the network, getting some kind of functioning to it where it's like more consistent content being placed. Because I mean, we're kind of consistent, but of course, it's always room for more content to add to the network. So coming up with more ideas. I know you was talking about traveling, taking your equipment and stuff and traveling and doing more on location interviews, coverage, all that kind of stuff. So just trying to branch out a little bit more.
You got to do that. See, that's part of, like you said, being a reporter. Like, I think what a lot of people be looking at, far as podcasting and being a reporter. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go to the stories. You know what I'm saying? That's why you'll see me down at council sometime. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I do a lot of that. So I share his feed and I watch a lot of this, you know what I'm saying? Because he be at the different meetings. But them things that when you creating the media, you want to be there, for you can be able to give it back to the people. You know what I'm saying? I still give Art that when he put that Genesee County Cavinson board on, you know what I'm saying? That opened, you know what I'm saying? Just, well, we can tell the stories, and we ain't letting other people come tell the stories for us. How about that?
And then what's crazy? That's just for black people, period. Somebody else is always telling us our story or how to tell it, or they're always finding their way of presenting what they think our vision of. And sometimes you have to create your own lane so you can give people the honest truth about stuff. And so that's why I'm kind of grateful about the network, because even with the other shows, people are really on here telling their honest opinion about things, whether you agree with it or whether you disagree with it. It's honesty behind it. So um let me see. Next question. Ooh. What is your opinion on the current political state of Flint? I wish they would have got a little more specific, because there's a couple of things I could say. Ugh, do I want to go there? You know
What more Pacific for you? What okay, we're gonna deal with what could have been a little more Pacific. Explain that to me.
what? Because it's a lot of things politically that's kind of up in the air when it comes to Flint. One thing, and I'm gonna say this because, of course, this is a Dr. Weaver's channel. I have to stand up for her for the one time. Um, Flint, in my opinion, for the last few years, has dropped the ball in more ways than one. One of my biggest biggest pet peeves of um of Flint period.
Mm-hmm. Because you got two questions in there. I was gonna read them after you got your finish with your thought.
I don't like the fact that once upon a time it was a whole campaign against Dr. Weaver, stating that she had more knowledge and had more control over the water crisis than she did. Anybody that has any kind of common sense or any knowledge on the water crisis in general would know that before Dr. Weaver even stepped into office, we had a problem. When she got into office, it's only so much that she could have done at that point because we were already knee deep in a lot of stuff. I did my research, so I can say with all confidence that it wasn't too much that she could do after a certain point. Now, when it got to the point that was like a focal point to try to get her out of office, I didn't appreciate that. I didn't. And it seemed like when that became a focal point, that's when a lot of the stuff started to tank because it was like the let's go against Weaver campaign. I just didn't appreciate it. I lost a lot of respect for people. And outside of that, just paying attention to how a lot of people operate, and I'm not going to say any names, but I just noticed that we're not doing a lot that is for the common good of Flint. There's a lot of showboating, a lot of things people are doing is to, a lot of flash, a lot of glitter, all that kind of stuff. But it's a lot of resources that we have in Flint that are not being used to to better Flint. So to answer that question, politically, how do I see Flint? Politically, we are messed up. We are not united. And it's been like that for some years. Politically, we are not where we need to be. We are not as focused as we should be. Resources are not being distributed the way that they should be. And I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm going to let you put your opinion on that.
Oh, I got a question. This from I see fam on here, Fabian Bell. He said, I'm gonna read this. He said, Flint is a gold mine right now. That's why I shake my head when people tell me don't come back. And then Lorraine Lawson Thompson said, do you think the city as a whole is so passive on everything? I feel we are a community that has been programmed not to pay attention.
What I just say?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. And she had another. She said, we are a community of assumptions that don't put in no work." Yeah, I do believe that because I was looking at council the other day, and I look how the people because they was going about the golf course where they was renting it for $575 a month, a golf course, and it's like they showed. I ain't gonna say they filled council up, but they showed up for that. The people they wanted that, but you can't get people to show up council for like far as how the money not being sent down opera funds to help the people out. You got the city of Saginaw helping their citizens with roofs, fixing their houses up. And you mean to tell me Flint? And I'm like, and I feel Eric on there. You gonna get the money to the big shots who already got money. If the money came for to help the community, why you not helping the community? And I say it all the time with them 501c3 trappers. I know they're gonna be mad, but I don't care. When you not, man, have you rode around Flint? How do Flint look to you?
Okay, so I got a family that moved probably about 20 years ago, right? They in Georgia. So, they, oh, I come back and visit, come back and visit. I'm like, no, I come to y'all.
Hmm.
Like, I don't even want people coming to visit. It's so much just destruction, but I'll tell you like this. Flint is going to end up turning around eventually, but it's not going to be for the greater good of us. So,
It ain't that sad. Cause just listen to this. While we was going back and forth, Snyder got off.
yeah.
They study said, well, they gonna come back and recharge him. Listen, ain't listen, man. Ain't he should have never been able to get off the first time.
Oh,
That's
no.
why I feel, yeah, like when Todd Flood was there when he was trying to put the RICO charges, they wanted to drop the RICO charges off. To me, it's like the get they was never gonna send Snyder to prison anyway. But if me and you do something wrong, it's
We
a
going
99.9% chance we're
we
going.
we definitely going. Flint is beautiful compared to Atlanta. Oh yeah, most definitely. I was just looking at that comment. I frequent Atlanta a lot. Um, Nobody that I know stays in Atlanta. Everybody stays on the outskirts. And Atlanta, if you go to where all the celebrities and stuff stay, of course it's decent, but like the surrounding areas is raggedy, real raggedy, and overly priced, very overly priced.
Mm. Well, it's a ghetto everywhere.
Of course, but you know how over the years people have made it seem like Atlanta is just the top of the food chain. So you know,
Yeah. I mean, but that's how they got to do it. You got to remember, it was a time. We'll let them cough up any relevant distractions. Yeah, they just sound terrible.
mm-mm.
Yeah, they sound terrible. I just see it like it's just to me. You can to me it's just you can tell who they want in. They don't. They was not gonna let nobody get in. Damn sure not Dr. Weaver because she wasn't going along with that water settlement. You got everything is based on this water.
Hmm. Like I said earlier, the whole campaign of what she could have did. It's like, what now? Since we're talking about that, what exactly could she have done? I be needing details, and can't nobody necessarily tell me what she could have done.
When to settle for that, what I mayor convinced our council, not this council, the prior council. Yeah, the prior council. I had to blow my nose. My nose running like
So it's something going on serious.
yeah,
Like
it is.
we had some issues with the water for a while. For a while, I can name times where the water just something was off. So yeah, I'm not gonna try to make it seem like she had a lot of knowledge about it. But like I said, that whole campaign of what she could have did, that's some bull crap.
Yeah. No, I mean she wasn't gonna go for it. You see, she was out here. Listen, I believe I believe they put in to me. I've been saying this. I feel like it's a coon spirit over Flint, and I do agree with what Mr. Bill just said earlier. His comment when he putting people and they just want titles. You get people get these titles. They not helping. Helping really the citizens out. You see them too much. You see them two grieving mothers that came down there. You got council people. well, especially the councilman out the third ward. Because he got an attitude where you call me that woman is hurting. If you a parent and you ever lost a kid, you will be hurting when you're not getting answers that you need. And then these parents have to go get lawyers to go get truth.
It's
And
already
then
they lost their kids, and it's like, dang.
yeah, and then you listen. Then with the house fire situation, you looking at them, man. I watch I listen and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going overboard how I looked at it. But when I heard the councilwoman from the second ward, when she was like, they study saying because we need to get fire detectors for the houses. To me, I be looking like that's a slap. Like what y'all trying to say because they need smoke detectors. You telling me smoke detectors? This is this is what y'all say?
That's the only
Smoke,
answer we could get. Smoke
yeah,
detector.
smoke detectors. I'm looking at some of this stuff like, are they crazy?
That's so insensitive, isn't it?
Yeah, you bringing up the smoke detectors, and then when you can come, like I'm telling you, but some of these council people, they just got put in these seats for the administration can get what they want because they don't really know what's going on. You can't tell me you riding around and you seeing tarps on people's houses. You got 94 million. You see a city, another county, not Saginaw, another city, not even 30 minutes away, and you hearing what they doing with their ARPA money, how they helping their citizens, and you mean to tell me,
That's
Flint,
true.
y'all go hire $1 million compliance firm, even though the compliance firm Eric May, I got. He said he like I didn't understand why I'm gonna pay you $1 million for you to come help me do this, and then I don't know if they made recommendations for them to spend this money this way, but the administration still spend it the way they want to spend it. I didn't get it. It's like you know what I'm saying. It's like you keep man. It's just crazy what's going down there, and it's like I'm gonna say this probably a predominantly black city and poor. So they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They feel they can get away with anything.
One other thing that kind of ruffles my feathers a little bit.
Yeah.
I just remember being in school, especially in high school, and the importance of music. Like a lot of kids, that was their only outlet. And,
Yeah.
um, having band, having the majorettes, having the what was the Coca-Cola classics, all that stuff,
Yeah.
and all that stuff is gone. And it's a lot of musically inclined kids in Flint, a lot,
Yes.
and just looking for an outlet and stuff. And it's like it's so much that we have that we can pour into these kids, and it's not being used to pour into them. And it really does hurt my feelings because we don't have those outlets like that. So we got you know people that's my age that's trying to give those outlets, but it's only so much that we can do without funding and just help from the state, from the city, whatever the case may be. And it's like, what are we doing with these resources that we supposed to have?
Man. Yes, I will, Miss Love. I will be in there. No, I don't know. I think it's the game, but money is in. It's money in being poor. Not saying the poor people is for them, but it's for the ones because you can open up, create another job. Create a spot where you saying just say, what could I think of? Well, we can open something up saying, well, we helping the people, but really we not helping the people. But I done created a job for me and you. You know what I'm saying? Different agencies you can come to. They didn't open up. You know what I'm saying? They can take money from this spot, put it over here. They created. It's like it's crazy. It's like how they playing around. You don't need all these different committees. Listen, doing right is doing right. If they was really here to help the people, like, look at Land Bank. If really Land Bank was in the business of helping, how long would Land Bank be in business?
5 minutes.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They don't want to see people. Listen, it's big business on popping it off. I mean, profiting off the poor.
That's a very, very big hustle, and it's a very legit hustle. So something to think of.
Yeah, it's good money and profiting it off the poor. This is why does the community foundation, the Roof My Foundation, need to be part of the opera fund?
Hmm.
Miss Love, that's to me, it's like it's a way them to take money.
Be in the mix some
Yeah,
way.
yeah. It's like it when you see the politics of Flint, when you see it, but it ain't. It's all around though. But I guess just here, I look at it here because we stay here. It's just when you see what Flint once was, and when you can see what it could be if you had the right leadership in there. Who you got to get leaders that's gonna really help the people. You can look at the council. Do you think you got? I mean, they said why we waiting for they to save us and we haven't going to fight for us or not.
I tell you why. You got me, you got you that say, hey, let's unite, let's, fight for us. But you got the people that's afraid of the consequences of going against, whoever to bond together. So yeah, it's a few of us that'll link together to do stuff. But we need everybody to come together to start doing things for our own communities. Not just some, but everybody. Everybody's not willing to go against the machine to unite.
No, they won't because you got people who, man, you got people be looking at it. I understand it. Like, listen, I be looking at it when a person, like when I was asking my uncle, I'm like, what happened to all, like, far as the black, the revolutionists? He said, man, they grew up and got jobs. When I was saying, like, you had some, they look, man, they started families. And I was
Hmm.
like, wow, but it was still, you know what I'm saying? When I be hearing the stories of how when they was at, in the shop, how it was racism going on up in there, how they was getting did. This wasn't like that. Tell you, Flint had it. Flint was, it still got, it's still, we don't, it just hid better. But as you can see, when they had the white flight, when the blacks was able to move in, you got your Grand Blanc built, you got the Swartz Creek, your Davis, and your Burden. You know what I'm saying? So you seen them dip out. They didn't want to stay next door.
Even recently, a couple years ago, I had a place out in Flushing. I was getting harassed so bad out there. You would think I was out there shooting dice in front of the crib or something. Like it's really it's really still like that.
Yeah.
It's not welcomed at all. What I was gonna say.
So how can we, the people, save a community when local government and corporations continue to remove our resources? Got a point there.
Takes money to move money.
Yeah, but they always got something that'll sell out the majority that can fuck it. I mean, mess it up. Watch my language. That could mess it up because it say like it could be 10 of us together. Like we're gonna do this. They can get at least 4 of them to break away from the 10 of us.
If they got a better sounding deal, don't necessarily have to be a good deal, but if it sound good,
Yeah, cause you got more blacks who looking at it like, man,
we real gullible.
yeah,
Real.
I gotta get me together. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do this, not knowing like just I mean, on anything. We sell out instead of us splitting it, the person to look at, man, that whole pie can be mine. We're not gonna pull our resources together to help one another as we should. You be seeing certain blacks they be trying to do it, but when they do get up to a certain level, they end up, if you notice, they end up falling out.
It always happens like that.
Yeah, but it's by design.
And just like you said, the people that we had back in the 60s and 70s that They weren't afraid to get bit by dogs. They wasn't afraid to get shot up with hoses and get, batons, all that stuff. If you could find 10 people in Flint that volunteer for something like that, good luck.
And look at their neighborhood. Just look at our neighborhoods back then compared to now. These
Mm.
neighborhoods be ravaged.
People stuck together a little bit more too then. Like the neighborhood was a real neighborhood. You knew everybody that was in your neighborhood. You knew the kids. You knew their parents. Everybody was raising each other's kids in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you don't even know who lives next door. I know I don't.
No, because it make you listen. We so more. It seemed like we be more. It's like we're more violent culture now. When you could talk to your neighbor if it was a little something y'all could at least try to work it out. You look at it now, everybody got a mean mug on their face. It's not a smile. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the. It's just like the. It's like we're in a bad place right now. We're in a bad place.
We definitely are. Let me see.
Yeah, we're in a bad place.
Trying to see. Oh shoot. Last hot topic of the day.
What is it?
Brittany Griner. Excuse me, y'all.
I
So
see everybody spreading this little code around. I'm trying to tell you.
it's got me. It was the smallest one, then the oldest one, then me. So
I
Brittany
just woke
Griner
up. Go ahead.
got released this week in a prisoner swap. Um for one, I was appreciative of it. Um the background information behind it was a little bit I shady, but I'm glad for her that she's back home.
Right.
I seen a lot of black folks. That's why I don't like black people. Y'all so ignorant. This woman for something that most people walk down the street smoking weed. So she's placed in a camp for might as well say a decade. And she's released home back to her family, be with her kids, her wife, whatever, whatever. And we got something to say about it. Like, what you mean you're not happy about the results? I don't understand black folks. That's why I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't understand black folks.
Let me tell you why you see some people. My Hunter and Dr. Carr discussed this and Brittany and I will be in a link. Okay. Good looking, Miss Love. Now what I think about it, I'm just saying, but did you see who they released? They said the Merchant of Death. They
Yeah,
released a pretty bad individual. I'm not saying I'm not happy for her to be here, but hot damn. Can you imagine? Just think about it. I don't know if you lost a loved one or something. I don't know the violence. But that's like them letting the
killer.
murder of your killer, your family member out. You look at like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's a twofold.
But he's released back over there, right?
Yeah, but he was still causing problems in other countries. That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine what the other countries like? What the hell?
So is he released or is he back in
Free
custody?
man. He's a free man. I mean, he's gonna be probably work. I don't know. I gotta go back do some more research because it was different. I was watching different Wilson ads and they were saying that this is what I want to say. I forgot what show it was. They was trying to say he was gonna be, coming back to help Putin with his war or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he's an arms dealer. You got some people like he ain't got the connections. But once you've been in the game, that's like a person who went to jail for 20 years. Once you get back out, you still got
You know who
connections.
you know. Yeah, you know who.
Right. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's it's crazy. I mean, but the thing about the weed is this my thing. And I knowing when you go to somebody else's country, you got to abide by them rules. Like with her, she got to abide by them rules.
I didn't think that the punishment fit the crime though.
I,
They maybe
you,
ban from coming back to the country. If y'all don't like weed, that hey, you got to go back over there, but you can't come back over here. Okay, I can get with that, but to harsh punishment for a decade for
but
something,
remember, but remember, United States and Russia basically is having what they call a geopolitical war.
yeah,
So you an American, you got to be watching what you doing. At the end of the day, you know if you jaywalking might get you a year, and that might be for a regular citizen over there might be like a fine.
yeah.
You know you gotta just be careful when you go into these countries that America is really not looked fond upon. So if you know you do something there's any kind of way, I mean, I believe it was too harsh, but it was more. I think it was more. She was an American citizen.
We already had some stuff going on, so that was to prove a point. I get it. Um, I'm just glad she's home. They can deal with old dude over there, but
But old dude probably can get out because and other problems. Because this my thing. Even when they took him, believe me, it was somebody else that took his spot that was still selling arms around here. Like when they stopped him, that's like when they say, "Oh, you stopped one drug." You might can stop the local guy here. You take him off, but if
it's
you
on somebody else to come pick up.
yeah, if you ain't never stopping drugs from coming in, but understand this, even that's a game. The war on drugs. I mean, you
Never
probably look too young to know this about Iran Contra. They used that's when they Rick Ross, the one that just got out of jail, the real Rick Ross.
the real one.
They use him. You be watching that? Do you be watching that movie Snow to come on?
Snowfall, yeah.
Yeah, Snowfall. My bad. Right, Snowfall.
Hmm.
They be using. That's how they be funding this stuff. They would get drugs here to fund little secret wars they be doing, but you don't see none of them senators. Man, listen, you don't see none of them go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nah.
it's money in drugs. Don't get it twisted. It's money in drugs.
Definitely. So, like I said, I'm very appreciative that she's back. Um, this is why I said I'm kind of about it. It was a move on Biden's end. I don't know what I was watching. I was watching something. They kind of brought up a point where it was a good move on Biden's end because you know we already are we in the middle of their term? We're definitely in the middle of their term. So if he just so happens to decide that he wants to run again in 24,
Mm.
this is kind of a good look for him. So
Hold on. So you said he did this was more of a him trying to win a re-election for the 2024 election coming up. I never looked at it like that.
yeah, we're talking about a good dynamic of his voters um, were African American. A good number of his voters were women.
Right.
Um, I don't know what his percentage of the LGBT community, but I'm pretty sure that's probably a big
Win-win for him.
yeah. So you got a gay black woman out. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the LGBT. Oh, okay, yeah. Damn, I didn't look at it like that. He put down a hell of a move, and people be he shot a okay. Then I can say, oh, Sleepy Joe as they call him, put down a hell of a political move, huh?
yeah. He wasn't sleep like that. He got up for that.
Yeah, okay. Because if you look at the black woman he put on the Supreme Court, oh yeah, when they said yeah, he was shooting a move for 2 years out.
Yeah. So We already halfway through. We over halfway through because we're going into 23.
Yes,
So
man.
hey, you got to get in where you fit in.
Oh, Sleepy Joe shot the move, huh?
Shot the move. And I'm pretty sure Miss Harris has something to do with that too, behind the scenes, our VP. So yeah, that was a good move. I said, you know what? She's home. So I ain't gonna bash too much about it, but it definitely was a political move.
I mean, hey, I done seen that before. We seen it here. We see a political move shot here, so I understand it.
Now, I've seen worse. So at least somebody's home with their family now.
Yeah, going from that standpoint, I mean, what can you say?
Well,
Sap sucker. That's all. Sap sucker.
right.
I mean, yeah, because what you say, he gonna win the black vote for that. Oh yeah, and I believe you with that too, because
VP trying to trying to get it together.
if you go to the Bay Area, they wasn't too fond of the black and brown wasn't too fond of Kamala over in the Bay Area.
They said she got a lot of them put in the cuffs.
Oh, you gotta go watch Tariq Nasheed about about her. You will see. I could name some other shows, podcast this out, and you can go see how they really feel about Kamala. Ain't that her? Is it Kamala? Kamala.
Camel, I don't know. I try not to say because I mess it
Yeah. Well,
up. But yep, smooth move on her end too. So they had to do something. I wonder how much they had to go through to actually get Russia to even agree with that though, because I never thought this girl was coming back. And I'll be honest with you, I thought she was gonna be there for the whole 10.
you know what? Yeah, me too. I thought she was gonna probably do 5. I
No,
didn't think. I didn't think. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think Joe would do this in his first term. But now that you got me looking at it a whole different way now.
shoot, Joe knew what he was doing. Now, would this be influence for me to want to vote for him again? Because I did vote for him the first time. No, no.
It depends on who he running against. Will you bring? I mean, if you do now, what if he gets say one of them? Just say it's Trump again.
And
Just say
kind
it's Trump again. Because Trump got the Republicans right now. He got his foot on their little clan. You know what I'm saying? So what if it's Trump again? Would you vote for Trump or would you vote for Biden?
I don't want to deal with Trump's foolishness, so I give Biden another shot.
See, that's what I'm saying. That right there, where you know he already done put the move down, because you know they gonna put it. He went up against Russia, brought Brittany Griner home. They gonna pander to the blacks with that, and they gonna shoot it at the LGBT community. I went and got one of yours. Cause listen, I was hearing that it was other people that could have been brought back.
It was some more. I don't want to say worthy, but eh, people that were really being punished for some bull crap. Yeah, yeah. But she was popular. Um, it was the most publicized situation. So, you know, I think he kind of went with what made sense more to the public.
Right? Yeah, he pandered to their voting base.
Yeah, so
Mm, it is
can't
what it
add at him. Go ahead. That's crime being put against the black community. Oh, see, I didn't even do my research about the crime bill. I know I heard of it before.
is. Oh yeah, that '94 crime bill. Boy, they don't. A lot of that stuff they try to keep down because they don't be wanting to really show you the type of person who was dealing with. So they be,
But people tweak certain stuff about themselves to be more appealing. And I'm pretty sure, he had to kind of change up certain things and certain
yeah,
stuff he concocted so he can be a little more appealing to us.
because he didn't come through on a lot of the stuff for the blacks that he promised he was gonna give them when he got elected. So he had whole Sleepy Joe he pulled one. He pulled a fast one. Is all I can say.
He did, because he's been very, very quiet. Very quiet.
I mean, he could listen. This one that he just did, they got the assuming the economy is finna go. They assuming the economy finna go. We finna go into a recession. So, I mean, with stuff is sky high already, as you can see. So he got to put. He had to put something down. This will probably save him to around June till the people get mad.
Again.
Yeah, he gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? They got the Senate right now. Herschel Walker didn't get in. You
Thank
know,
God.
don't forget about them Southern Dixiecrats. Oh, she said, okay, we finna be on that. She said, go follow that.
How's that good?
Yeah, definitely finna go do
Yeah.
that.
And it's so sad that they always find somebody that's dumb enough to do their dirty work for him. And he definitely was the idiot.
Yeah.
Because he was so stupid. So stupid. And I hate to say that, but yeah, he. Uh-uh.
Well, man, I get it because you know what? Herschel seeing the game like anybody else. You can give me money, and you know what I'm saying. I listen, man. Herschel saw the game. You gonna pay me? I don't care. Just pay me. I'll do whatever you say. That's when. But you got to remember, this is a. I don't know how if he graduated from Georgia. I ain't trying to knock him with nothing, but
So he did graduate?
I don't know. I know. Listen, and I ain't knocking no colleges or nothing. They've been pushing players through. I always go back to Dexter Manley. Couldn't read or write. He went through elementary, junior high, high school to the NFL. I mean, college to the NFL.
That
You
money.
mean to tell me he was the only one they pushed through like that?
No.
Oh, and I concur.
Uh-oh.
It's love.
Uh-oh.
Listen, because you got people who gonna do it for. Man, do you understand when a person be like, when they come back, man, I'm the vice president, or I'm the president, but it ain't yours. You the president of somebody else stuff. At any moment, if a person can fire you, so what? It's a title. That's even
Uh-huh.
when a person come back, like they say, well, I got a PhD in this. Okay, but that make you better than me because you got a PhD. Is your PhD going can turn the masses of the people where you from? Can you go back and take that PhD and go uplift your people?
And what's so sad is that a lot of people are so college educated, book smart, that they don't even know what else there is outside of just being book smart. Like you can't take your book smarts and apply it to common
Sense.
sense. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have been on here for a whole hour.
We did it again.
Just being ignorant.
Yeah, no, it was good information putting out there.
Nah.
You gotta think it'd have been different. Now, what would have been ignorant if we'd have been in the what's the name, both coughing, nose running? You know what I'm saying? That would have been straight. I've been through that already.
I'm telling you, this week has been stressful. I've been stuck in the house since Thursday. I went out and grabbed some stuff for the kids and came back in the house. I've just been trying to stay away from everybody, so I appreciate us doing everything from home because yeah, that wouldn't have happened.
Let me tell you the good one. Miss Love, you the good one.
I like her. Um well anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and log off of here. Thank you guys for popping in this week. Another good successful week for Club Rich. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Bye.
Yeah,